like we're after week 3 with a couple more to go?
I think we're close to where we should be right now. I think we can communicate a little better, but I think our tackling has improved, and we're running to the ball pretty well.
Communication was something that Chenander talked about for the linebacker core. How do you feel like they've done this week in handling that?
Yeah, I think through 3 weeks, we've improved in all the categories we had identified, and that was tackling, and that was running to the ball, and that was aggressive communication. And I think we're doing a real good job of that at this point.
Cisse was saying that a lot of the Wolverines have been kind of stepping up at DB because that position was so thin going into spring ball. What have you seen out of that?
I think the whole group has stepped up. Right? So, I think that specifically how they're doing specifically is a better question for Coach Neal, because he grades them. I just watched the big picture. He actually grades them. But I think the second was better.
Defense as a whole, it's usually said that the defense wins spring ball, but I know there's been a lot of back and forth competition. What did you see out of them today?
Today was a good day. Today was an exciting day. There's 4 periods, and we won 2, they won 2. A couple were close, a couple were not as close. But the progression of what we're trying to do, things we identified, we were a lot better today.
When defense does win those periods, what do you see out of them as a whole?
I see a lot of communication. I see a lot of aggression. I see really good tackling. Those are the things we have to be really, really good at.
What area is Tyson coming?
Tyson? For Tyson to improve his game, Tyson needs to improve his endurance and just his overall understanding of the bigger picture. Those are the 2 most glaring areas that he can.
Bigger picture in terms of what DBs are doing, what linemen are doing, everything.
Just what the defense is designed to do and what the offense is trying to do. Just that interplay of here's rather trying to attack us, here's what my role is now. Tyson's been very impressive.
Coach Neal has raved about Tony James and what are your impressions of Tony James from
I wish Tony James is fabulous. And he's a tremendous running back, and he would be an unbelievable secondary guy, and he's going to be a great returner. Tony is awesome.
You can't steal everyone,
That's not a plug. He threw out a name. I'm just sharing my no, it's not a wish. Tony can be. He's fabulous, and he's a great person. So Tony helps our team in a lot of ways, and one of them is just he's such a good, positive person who works hard.
That's been sort of what's been happening with recruiting. Say, when you started here, you would get specific athletes. Now you get athletes that can play multiple positions now. Is that sort of a product of your recruiting?
We recruit. We try to recruit the best athlete, the best person. The fortunate thing for us is, as of late, a lot of those athletes are tremendous athletes that are talented enough to play on 2 sides of the ball, and some of them are open and willing to play to help the team and give themselves a chance to get on the field early. So it's a good situation to have.
And it's always sort of a plus when you talk to a kid and say, "You're the coach. Put me where you think I'm best needed."
It's always a plus in recruiting if guys understand that the team's important and they're going to do the best thing they can to help the team.
When you guys in the scrimmage next?
I believe the next scrimmage is Monday.
What do you want to see different in that one? Couple guys, Halbert said you guys aren't really good scrimmagers historically, but that the last one was pretty good by whatever standards it's going by. What do you want to see from the defense better in the second one?
Intensity. Intensity throughout the scrimmage would be the first thing. Intensity, then the communication, then running like mad, just freaking running. They will be graded, a heavy grade on running football. All defensive players.
Coach, how much of your work now is based on installation versus fundamentals leading up to the spring game? Are you mostly looking ahead to the spring game, or are you trying to focus on fundamentals in each practice, or how does that work?
Our schedule is set up to progress every day right until the spring game. So we're not installing a lot of new defensive concepts, but we're heavy on the fundamentals and heavy on just being really nitpicky. moving forward.
And will that start over again when fall camp starts? Will it be an emphasis on fundamentals again and then work slowly towards first games?
We will go through the exact same progression and then we'll add a lot more at this point. Right now we're going to shut down the install and really grind up fundamentals.
Thank you.
I'd seen a couple weeks ago that Ohio State's defensive coordinator said that in the last couple of years they kind of rethought how they tackled. They went after Pete Carroll's hot tackle technique. Do you guys rethink how you tackle it all, or is that something that you guys like how you teach it? And doesn't that tinkering with that doesn't seem to make sense?
There's so many different tackles that occur naturally. So we try to break. What we do is we watch the film and we watch the situations that our players are in and the tackles they have to make, and then we create drills that mimic that situation. And that's what we do. Some of those probably match what you read online, and some of them probably a little different.
Last fall, that was something that Alfred's, it's kind of like something he always came back to was missed tackles. We had too many. Did you see that progressing throughout the last half of last season? And how was that this spring when that's all you're trying to do is teach fundamentals?
Well, first, last fall, we improved every game, right down to the last. We didn't play well the last game, but all the way through the championship game and into the World Cup, the tackling, it consistently got better. Spring's been the same thing. It's always bad early on. Today we practiced, we tackled really well. And we expect more opportunities. We should get better. We have to get better. Thank you, guys.